are the solutions to x squared minus 6x is equal to negative 10? So if I'm talking about my solutions, that means I can use the quadratic formula. Remember, solutions, x-intercepts, zeros, roots, they all mean the same thing. So my first step, if I want to solve for the solution, so I want to solve for the x values, I need my equation to equal 0. So first equation has to equal 0. So if my equation has to equal 0, I know that I want to get this side equal to 0, and I can do that by adding 10 to both sides. Now I can't add negative 6x plus 10 because they're not like terms. So if they were like terms, I would add them. So x squared minus 6x plus 10 is equal to 0. Now that I have one side equal to 0, I can say what my a, b, and c is. So a is equal to 1 because the coefficient in front of my x squared is 1. It's like an invisible 1. My b is equal to negative 6 because that's what's in front of the x. And my c is equal to a positive 10. So using my quadratic formula, x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I know I have a beautiful voice. Okay. So x is equal to, okay, here's a tricky part, a common mistake. Notice that b is negative 6, but I want negative b. So that means I'm going to have negative 6, which is going to turn positive. Don't let that trick you. And then here's another point where students make a mistake. B squared. If I have negative 6 squared, my answer can never be negative. Because negative 6 times another negative 6 gives me a positive 36. So watch out for that. And 1, 10, all over 2 times 1. Okay. So now this is going to be a positive 6. Negative 6 times negative 6 gives me a positive 36. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 10 is minus 40. And divide by 2. Now I'm going to take the difference of these two numbers, but the bigger number is negative, so my answer is going to be negative. So this is negative 4. Now, there's a negative under the square root here. So I know it's going to be imaginary. So I'm going to have I in my answer. And I know the square root of 4 is a perfect square. The square root of 4 is 2. So it's going to be 6 plus or minus 2i over 2. Now, don't just do 6 divided by 2 and then cross these out. The divided by 2 also goes with the 2i. So my recommendation is to separate the fractions out and then simplify. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 1i would just be I. So I have two answers here because of my plus or minus. So one answer is 3 plus I, and the other answer is 3 minus I. And going back to our answer choices, that means B would be our answer.